What up, dog? You already know how it goes. Smash, like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what you comment, as long as you comment, you dig. And if you like the video, make sure you smash like. If you want it already, just press like for your boy. You ain't gotta do nothing else. Press like. And comment if you want to. You did what I'm talking about. Shout out to all my supporters. I mess with y'all beloveds. This is a story about a former high school star named Darius Louis. He was a quarterback and a running back. He's real good. I played pal football with him. He was always high energy. Far as, you know, intensity on the football field. I really thought he would have made it far. He didn't show no signs of being in the streets or nothing like that, but, you know, neither did I. His co-defendant, Mims, that's the person, Quavo, I told y'all the story about how the vice lord scared him into talking crazy to me. Mims was sentenced to like 19 years. D. Lou was sentenced to natural life without parole. And, man, I still can't believe he didn't go pro, man. Just take a quick second before I get into the story. About what happened with the senseless crime, man. Just take a few glimpses of this high school highlights.
Go, D-Lou. Oh, he go. Yes, sir. Oh, good job, D-Lou. Go, baby. Hey, hold on. Go, D-Lou. Yeah, so that's how you respond to that. There we go.
Come on, get out there.
Yeah, way to drag him, baby. Way to drag him.
This case arises from the August 19, 2014 shooting death of Sajjad Al-Jabbar. We just call him SJ. It's a lot to pronounce. Originally, defendant and Doyle Mims were charged with first-degree felony murder, armed robbery, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Following a preliminary examination, defendant was bound over for trial on an amended charge of open murder. The district court dismissed the robbery charge. Mims was apparently bound over as charged. In December 2014, Mims pled guilty to second-degree murder in exchange for dismissal of the other charges. Defendant was tried alone before a jury. The evidence showed that Mims had sold cell phones to the victim in the past. On the day of the offense, the victim arrived at the house where Mims was living. Mims and defendant were sitting outside on the porch, apparently waiting for his arrival. Mims had a sealed box with a Verizon label on it. The box contained miscellaneous household items, but not cell phones. Mims' grandfather, Roger Collins Jr., testified the defendant had a bulge in the front of his pants, which led Collins to believe he might be carrying a gun. When the victim arrived, defendant and Mims both went to meet him. Mims took the box and entered the front seat of the victim's car while defendant sat in the back. Suddenly, defendant pulled out a gun and shot the victim in the back of the head. Defendant and Mims fled the scene. Mims was later found in possession of a large amount of cash. The bills were blood-stained. It was defendant's theory at the trial that Mims shot the victim and defendant merely presented. The jury was instructed on premeditated murder, felony murder, prededicated or robbery or larceny, and second-degree murder on the open murder charge and felony firearm. It was also instructed on aiding and abetting. The jury found the felony guilty of felony murder and not guilty of the felony firearm over cell phones. But this how Brightmore D. Lou got took out the game. He was in jail, and he always maintained his innocence of snitching. Now, me personally, y'all know my view. If you snitch, you snitch. I really don't care. I'm not into the streets, the aspect of things. I'm into the money. I'm into the legitimacy or legitimizing things or whatever you got to do to get to a point where you could be a better man. But just so y'all know, the record shows that Mims had implicated, and Mims is Quavo, had implicated defendant in the crime in his police statement. Mims later wrote a statement in which he said he wanted to recant because the police pressured him into making a statement. The police have the wrong person, and defendant is innocent. There's nothing in the record to indicate that defendant's counsel was aware that Mims intended to recant and exculpate defendant. Although Mims' handwritten statement is dated October 24th, 2014, it first appeared in the record in February 2015, and there's nothing in the record to indicate the counsel was aware of this before trial. But if counsel had been aware of it, he could not simply go and question Mims, because Mims was a co-defendant represented by independent counsel, and there's nothing in the record to indicate that Mims and his lawyer would have consented to an interview. That might be good grounds for appeal, y'all. Even assuming that Mims would have spoken to defendant's counsel, there's nothing in the record to indicate whether counsel did or did not talk to Mims, or whether Mims indicated a willingness to testify for defendant. Defendant has thus produced an affidavit from Mims, who stated that he did not want to testify for defendant. Apart from the fact that exculpatory post-judgment statements offered by a co-defendant who declined to testify at trial are considered untrustworthy and unreliable, the affidavit is not part of the lower court record and cannot be considered because it is impermissible to expand the record on appeal. Wow. That's crazy. In any case, it shows only that Mims wanted to testify for defendant, not that he actually would have appeared to testify if called, much less that he advised defendant of his attorney of that in fact. Furthermore, Mims later recanted his intended recantation, assuming that Mims had written his statement in October 2014 saying he wanted to recant his police statement. Again, defendant was his only co-defendant, which he told the police. There's nothing in record to indicate that at any time. So just keep saying that over and over. But he's arguing for a new trial. It's going to be hard to get grounds for appeals. Even when you got legit factors in your case to get back on, things is just, not fair and it's unjust. The court really don't care about that like that, man. People be in prison 15, 20 years for a crime they didn't commit. You see what happened to Aaron Salters Bay and other exonerees. Devontae Stanford did like 9 years from the age of 14, man. They really take an individual's life from. But, man, this is just such a stupid, senseless crime, man. And I forgot to tell y'all, I was there with him in 2014 when he came back from court. It might have been 2015 when he came back from court. I think it was 2015. He was crying like a baby. Man, they dropped the armed robbery, but they got the felony firearm. they got the felony murder. Crying. And I asked OG, I say, what felony murder carry? He like, natural life, young blood. I'm like, damn. Shook his hand. And that was it, man. Make sure y'all smash like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what you comment. As long as you comment, make sure y'all do that, man. Stay up out of trouble, man. Big old 5.